Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hamilton Golf and Country Club. Bienvenue, mesdames et messieurs. My name is Dan Pino. I'm the Director of Communications with Golf Canada. Pleased to be emceeing our special announcement today. I'd like to introduce our panel. To my right, starting with Lawrence Applebaum, CEO, Golf Canada. Pleased to be joined by Matt McGlynn, Vice President, Brand and Marketing with RBC. Welcome, Matt.
Thanks.
Mr. Chris Hamill, President of the Hamilton Golf and Country Club.
Hello.
And Councillor Lord Ferguson with Ward 12 of the City of Hamilton, representing Ancaster and also a 32-year member here at the club. So thank you for joining us today. I'm going to get started by introducing Lawrence Applebaum for opening remarks. Lawrence.
Thank you, Dan. And on behalf of Golf Canada, I'd like to say, first start off with a big thank you to Chris Hamill, his entire board of directors of the Hamilton Golf and Country Club, and the entire membership for welcoming us here today. So thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. There's two reasons why we're here today. And those two reasons are this world-class golf course just outside our doors. And the second is the incredible hospitality of the club, its members, and the open arms of the City of Hamilton that's been provided to us. Today's about momentum. We're looking ahead to the future of the RBC Canadian Open. Golf Canada is extremely proud to have Hamilton as a member of Golf Canada since their inception in 1895. Few clubs can equal what Hamilton represents through its storied history and renowned excellence. We have an incredible location, as I mentioned, for today's exciting announcement. I am very pleased to see out in the audience so many of our partners for Golf Canada and the RBC Canadian Open. And that starts with our title sponsor and the single largest investor and engaged partner in Canadian golf, which is RBC. I'm so pleased to be joined here by Matt McGlynn, a member of the senior executive team at RBC. And I want to pass on greetings from CEO Dave Mackay and CMO and EVP Mary DePauli, and Hamilton, comes from her Hamilton roots here, who send their regards and apologize for not being able to be here due to prior engagements. The Canadian Open is so fortunate to have incredible partners, FootJoy, Titleist, BMW, just to name a few, and a new partner in Steam Whistle. We have so many partners that make up our national championship, and they're here with us today for this announcement. It is also great to be in the company of our new partner in the City of Hamilton. It is a community with resurgence and momentum. It includes innovation, culture, and a commitment to bringing world-class sports to this market. I've been very personally fortunate to spend quite a bit of time here in the last few months, and we were hosted here along with the executive directors of our provincial associations by the Hamilton Country Club, and had a chance to experience the true partnership and hospitality that they exude. Sport has a special place here in the heart of Hamiltonians. I first want to congratulate the city, as that they are the home of the 2018 OHL champion Hamilton Bulldogs, a fact that is made very difficult for our MC today, Dan Pino, who's from Sault Ste. Marie. Hamilton is the home of the world famous and very famous as of late Hamilton Ticats, and home to vibrant festivals and community activations throughout the city. And of course, I couldn't forget the incredible golf properties across the region. This city has played host to world-class properties such as the 2015 Pan Am Games, where they co-hosted. And of course, the Hamilton Golf and Country Club has hosted 5 memorable editions of the RBC Canadian Open: 1919, 1930, 2003, 06, and most recently in 2012. The 2019 event will help celebrate the centennial anniversary of the first Canadian Open played in 1919. 100 years at Hamilton. While it's been more than 5 years since we were here, I can tell you from conversations with PGA Tour players and the PGA Tour themselves, they are so excited about coming back to this golf course. The RBC Canadian Open is more than just a golf tournament. It's one of Canada's most prolific sporting events, a multitude of activities and engagements for families and golfers alike. And on top of it all, we do it with a passionate group of over 1,500 volunteers from the community. The event is a rallying point for a community. And this event brings more than $20 million in economic impact to the direct Hamilton community. From hotel rooms to community entertainment to charity to jobs, the Canadian Open serves as a rallying point for an incredible community activation. This community has been incredibly supportive, both to Golf Canada and the RBC Canadian Open. Today, I am extremely proud to officially announce that together with our incredible partners at RBC, the City of Hamilton, and the PGA Tour, that we will be bringing the RBC Canadian Open to the Hamilton Golf and Country Club in 2019 and 2023. This vibrant city, this incredible golf course, will feature prominently over the next 5 years as a hub community for Canadian golf. As the National Sport Federation, Golf Canada is engaging with the City of Hamilton to bring multiple events, championships, golf activities, grassroots activities that will further complement the 2 RBC Canadian Opens committed to in 2019 and 23. We couldn't be more honored to be here today with our partners to make this news official. I would like to send regards from PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan, his entire executive team and staff, who are so thrilled to be bringing the PGA Tour to Hamilton. And in closing, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who made the trip out here today. It is the start of something very special in Hamilton. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lawrence. Next, I'd like to call up Mr. Matt McGlynn, Vice President, Brand Marketing with RBC.
Thanks so much, Dan, and thanks to everyone here for having us. As Lawrence alluded to, there's a bit of a surge of momentum here in golf in Canada, not only with his organization, and for those of you familiar with Golf Canada, they've made a lot of changes over the last couple of years, changes in leadership with Lawrence, and they've shifted their sales model a bit, and exploring different long-term kind of solutions for golf in Canada, how to grow the game, and pair that with the PGA Tour, and Lawrence also mentioned Jay Monahan. I don't think our relationship's ever been stronger with the Tour, whether it be Jay Monahan, Andy Padzer, and so on. And that's something we've kind of worked together on, I think, with Lawrence and Golf Canada to build. And so I think the momentum we have right now is kind of unprecedented in a lot of ways. So in terms of this specific course, I was having some flashbacks driving back up here. Haven't been here in 2012, so I'm getting old, I think, even though I look young. But yeah, this course is unbelievable, and this clubhouse is amazing too. And I'm lucky enough to go across North America and see some of the best courses that this great continent has to offer, and this is in the top tier. The city of Hamilton, I was here in 2012. I saw how this community embraced the actual event, how engaged the fans were, the volunteers, and so on. And we can't be happier to be back. And we talked a bit about the course too, right? It's a tree-lined traditional track. We've canvassed our players, the likes of Jim Furyk, who won in 06. We talked to Dustin. Everyone's excited. They love this course, and they're really keen on coming back here. So we are fully committed to making golf work in this country, along with our great partners. And I look forward to coming back here next summer to see everyone. So with that said, thanks so much, and we'll see you in the summer of 2019.
Thank you, Matt. Next, I'd like to bring up representative from our hosts, Mr. Chris Hamill, President of the Hamilton Golf and Country Club.
Afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Dan. It's my pleasure to represent our board of directors and the membership here at Hamilton Golf and Country Club. This is an exciting day for us. I guess this is the start of our hosting duties, and I think you will see through the course of the next year, and especially in 2019, we're very excited, hospitable hosts, and we're really looking forward to this tournament coming here. Lawrence alluded to some of the history at our golf club. We are proud to have been part of this community going back to the late 1800s. And obviously seeing the Canadian Open tournament having started here in 1919, 100 years ago from next year, with the likes of Mr. Edgar winning the tournament, edging out Bobby Jones. I mean, that's the kind of heritage we're talking about coming back to this club. As he also alluded to, 5 Canadian Opens, all been very successful. It's been a great joy and pleasure, and it's been very proud for our membership to have been part of those Canadian Opens, and most recently in 2012. I think what you'll also see coming to Hamilton Golf and Country Club is it's not just the pride we take in our golf course itself, but the pride in being part of our community. One of the main reasons we were really excited to have this opportunity and to have these discussions with RBC and Golf Canada was our ability to give back to the game of golf and give back to the community of Hamilton. We are very excited. What you'll see is our members, they all live in this greater Hamilton area. They're very proud of our community, the city itself, very proud of this facility, and we're looking forward to showing it off through the Canadian Open. And with that pride comes not just the heritage of the many years that we've been here, the long-standing course and facility, but even long-standing members like myself. It's quite interesting. I've been here since I was a kid, so I've seen all these tournaments. I saw 03, 6, 12. I didn't see the 1919. I'm not that old. But what's really neat is now I have my young boys playing at this club. They're 9 and 11. And when I told them that Dustin Johnson and these players are going to be coming here next year, the excitement you could see to be part of that, to be walking these fairways with these players is really exciting. And I think that's one of the things that really took our membership in supporting this event was the excitement to be able not just show off our facility, but be part of the event. And I know from the discussions we've had with our membership over the years, one of the things they love about this tournament and being part of it is the camaraderie, what it takes to volunteer and be part of the event. It really brings our members together, it brings our community together, and they're really excited to be doing that again. So you're going to see a really engaged membership with a love for not just our course, but this event as a whole. So on behalf of the Hamilton Golf and Country Club, we're excited to see this event come back over 19. We're excited to be part of the process that'll take us to 2023, and we know we're going to have a fantastic tournament with some tough golf for these PGA players at our great course here. So thank you very much for coming.
Chris, thank you very much. Finally, I'd like to call up Mr. Lloyd Ferguson, Councillor Ward 12 with the City of Hamilton.
Well, thanks, Dan, and welcome everyone to a pretty exciting day here in Hamilton. And Lawrence, thank you for pointing out that Hamilton is on a renaissance, and you can see it by the number of cranes in downtown. For years there was none, now you can't count them all. Toronto Life magazine last year reported on the front page of their Toronto magazine that Hamilton, the new Toronto. And so things are really starting to go here, and we appreciate having the Canadian Open back. You're right, we do have the Bulldogs, we do have the Tiger Cats. We did have great Pan Am games with soccer here in 2015. And I just wish the NHL could figure this out and be as smart as you guys, so we can get that one across the finish line. But as Dan said, my name is Lloyd Ferguson, and I represent Ancaster, right in this community where the golf course sits, on Hamilton City Council. And I'm also a proud member of the Hamilton Golf and Country Club, for some 32 years. So after 7 years, the Canadian Open is returning back here to Hamilton Golf and Country Club, a course Hamiltonians are very proud of. And many aspire in this community to be members here, and we welcome anyone that wants to join us. So they're coming back in 2019, as we just heard Lawrence say, and again in 2023. We have already hosted the Canadian Open, has been said by our previous speakers, some 5 times, but next year will be the 100th anniversary of the first one, and that makes it extra special. And Chris, to you and the membership, thank you for voting to allow this to come back. I know it puts a great inconvenience on the membership. You lose the course for 2 or 3 weeks, and we got to play in that doggone long rough. I know that's always difficult to handle out there, but it's worth it. And it will bring some 100,000, minimum 100,000 visitors to Hamilton to come and see the best in the world play golf. And to our community will allow the city of Hamilton to showcase the city, which everyone knows is experiencing this resurgence. Bill Paul also told me, and I think I heard it again repeated from Lawrence, is that they're expecting 1 billion households can tune into this around the world. You can't buy that kind of exposure to our city that's on a resurgence. It also allows many participating tournament attendees to get different views of Hamilton. Most view our city across the Skyway Bridge. They come from Toronto and they're heading to the US, and they see our industrial heartland, which we're very proud of. But when you come up here, it's a whole different view. You come across Cootes Paradise, up the escarpment, and come into this quaint little town of Ancaster with its heritage feature and small town charm, with the Hamilton Golf and Country Club right in the middle. Now, I do have some work to do as ward councillor, and I tend to get into discussions with Golf Canada and Bill about making sure that the people who are in restricted areas, live in restricted areas, I want to get this out for the local media. We're going to make sure that they have unfettered access to their homes, because it's going to be an inconvenience for security reasons and the busing reasons. We got to shut down a number of our roads, which Hamilton Police Service, I'm also chair of that, is looking forward to supporting the tournament and doing it. But we got to make sure that the people who are affected by this are given the proper passes and allowed unfettered access to come in. But those details will be sorted out. So merchants here in Ancaster, not only Ancaster, but all of Hamilton, will get economic uplift as a result of this. Attendees will be at restaurants, hotels, and shopping. It also allows the visitors to our city to visit some of our key sites, whether it's the Canadian Warplane Heritage, our waterfront, the Royal Botanical Gardens, conservation areas, and we're famous for this. We have the largest number of waterfalls in the world, waterfall capital of the world, with over 100 waterfalls right here in Hamilton, because we're located on the escarpment. Before I sit down, I do want to recognize Anna Bradford, who's sitting up here at the front. Anna's our Director of Culture, and she not only looks after, well, she has a whole variety of things she's in charge of, but one of those is tourism. And the tourism department is one of the major points of contact. Carrie Brooks Joyner, who I know has been the principal contact person so far for Golf Canada, can't be with us today. She's up at Waterloo taking a new course, and I was teasing Bill. I think we're giving her a refresher course on negotiating with Bill, because when we negotiate, she'll be the main point person, I suspect, Anna, for Golf Canada in sorting out what the city can do to make this special. We also have a lot of other staff that are here to help make this work from the city of Hamilton. We have Alana Henderson, tourism product development specialist, Sharon Murphy, our business development consultant, Sherry Lucia, tourism product development specialist. From our convention group, we have Christine Roy, and our tourism sales, we have Pam McLeod and Paula Lance. We also have Mike Marini here, who's with our economic development department, which is going to be sort of buying a lot of videos and other scenes from Hamilton that hopefully the broadcaster will use. And we also have Brian Morrison here, business development coordinator with our economic development department. So in closing, on behalf of the mayor, and the mayor does give his regrets, he would love to be here, but he's in the United Kingdom right now and doing some city business. But on behalf of the mayor and all of Hamilton City Council, thanks again to Golf Canada for choosing the Hamilton Golf and Country Club. Thank you.
Councillor, thank you very much. That's the end of our formal remarks. We're going to open it up to questions, Q&A for anybody that has a question. Please raise your hand. We do have a microphone. And please just state who your question is directed to, and we'll get that answered. Questions? Adam?
Hey, this is a question for Chris and Matt, and Lawrence, you can jump in, but can you expand a little bit on the timeline when the negotiations started to bring the tournament back here, and when did things kind of get formally finalized?
Sure. Happy to start. Is this good? So this is a process that obviously we've been part of before, having recently hosted in 2012. And back in those tournaments, there was even discussions of potentially hosting again. So we were aware that the discussions could possibly be happening, but I think it really happened in earnest at the tail end of last year in December. And obviously there's been a lot of activity January through now. And so it's been a process that we were familiar with, but probably a little more accelerated just with 2019 this close. So with active discussions in January, we were able to get to our membership with some information and a vote in February, and then it's been a function of just finalizing the agreement right now, which we've come to terms on, so very exciting.
Gary?
This question's for Councillor Ferguson. Can you tell us what the City of Hamilton's financial contribution will be to this event, either in cash or in-kind services? And if it's in-kind services, what in-kind services?
I could tell you that council has passed a resolution setting out an amount after negotiations with Golf Canada. It's still an in-camera because there's still detailed negotiations yet to go on, but it includes a bid fee, it includes placing and busing and other goods and services in kind. And we don't have a net number yet because Anne and her team are still negotiating with some of the other partners who will help contribute that. So I can't disclose that publicly today, I'm sorry.
Can you say if there is any cash or if it's all in kind?
There is some cash.
Next question.
You probably can't answer this, but I'm going to ask it anyways. When is the date of this tournament in 2019?
Who's that directed at? Okay. Thank you, Adam Stanley, for making the trip in from Ottawa. It's good to have you here. So I'll say that the PGA Tour is currently working towards announcing its 2019 schedule in the coming weeks. And at this point, we won't be commenting on any potential dates until the PGA Tour makes their official announcement.
Additional questions?
So just, Chris, when you're saying the process, so did Hamilton approach Golf Canada or did Golf Canada approach Hamilton?
It's an interesting question. I guess technically Golf Canada approached Hamilton, if that's all right to say. So
Sure.
It's been nice on being asked out to the dance, I suppose, Lawrence. But like I said, we had been involved over the years, so it was a relationship that had already existed. But I think formally the request came through from Golf Canada around the timeline I discussed before.
And I do want to add at this point, our Chief Championships Officer, Bill Paul, who oversees all of our championships, has had a great relationship with the club for many, many years and was the driving force behind the relationship and the discussions with the club. And we couldn't be more pleased with Chris and the board, his team, which includes Peter Holt, the Chief Operating Officer and General Manager, and our entire team who've worked on this partnership together. It's a true partnership.
Hutch?
Lawrence, obviously this takes up 2 of the next 4 years, basically, after Glen Abbey. What's the progress actually of right now getting that permanent home of the Canadian Open that we've talked about?
Well, first of all, we're really excited that Hamilton, the Hamilton Golf and Country Club and Golf Canada have come to an agreement on two editions of it in 19 and 23. Our focus continues to be on the years in the midst between 2021, 22, obviously, and we're focused on those arrangements and discussions, and we're looking forward to having some announcements to make by our event at the end of July this year.
So we will be looking at different various golf clubs in between it, as opposed to any news on the permanent location?
Yeah, we're really focused on these years and giving a runway for our organization and our fans to know where they're going to be, and really focused on that effort. And any sort of further outlook is we're focused on these immediate 5-6 years ahead of us.
Any additional questions? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at the Hamilton Golf and Country Club. For those joining us online via Facebook, via Twitter, thank you very much for joining us as well. Our guests will all be available for any comments one-on-one. This year's tournament, July 23rd to 29th at Glen Abbey Golf Club, just down the road. Thank you for joining us. Everyone at the Hamilton Golf Club, thank you for having us. We look forward to coming back to the city, to the club in 2019 and 2023. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today.